You could be tuned in right now. Look. Yo, let's get it out the way. I gotta say, I'm fresh off a body. I feel like Drake, buying bottles for Charlemagne. I changed the rules of the game, that's how you wanna play. Don't compete, find a niche, dominate. Had a seed, she threw hoeing. Girl, you growing. Came from dirt, but branched out, her roots showing. I only needed a few moments, got you open. Brain massages and Pinot Noir, the true soaking. Hate to drive it in the ground, how I dig her out. Shit, I hit a crib and bounce, drive through, in and out. She figured how I only hit her when I'm in the town. Cut from a different cloth, hit and get the linens out. Rinsing, then I'm dipping out. Biggest in the city now. Buzzing off the liquor, buzzing off the shit I'm spitting out. Fuck it, I'ma flip the style. Duffel full of 50 thou. Flipping pounds, smuggled in a bucket, then I'm whipping out. Humble, but I'll probably flip it. Stubborn with a cocky image. Music is the vehicle, the trunk will fit a body in it. Dog, I give a fuck about a critic. I'm Ollie when he fought with Liston, Shadowbox and Riddick when he lost to Linux. I'm married to the game, I don't got a mistress. So get the fuck up out the ring if you not committed. If you lucky when I'm done, you'll get sloppy seconds. Squad talking dead presidentials if we politicking. Shit get violent, I don't get my dough. Ain't no smiling, I don't get it like an inside joke. On the outside looking in, I don't dick ride though. I do this all day, every verse 6 times fold. The pen game got me out here flipping bricks like O's that can't on me. Somehow a pimp might stroll. Fuck it, when I choke, bitch, I don't. They tried to slit my throat into the Swiss knife, bro. Whoa, price as it, buy and flip, my entire clique. Fire spit on some fuck the world since y'all riding dick. Life's a bitch, treated like a lick. Ready to die on Walter White, lighting cigs that are rice and dip. My album charted, it would crash the market. That shit crazy, half retarded. I'm scatterbrained and absent-hearted. Stash a carcass in a magic carpet, clap a cartridge. Them sticks with the drums banging like Travis Barker. Living like I can't die, this the last ride. The flow on standby, yeah, staff fly. Grew up poor, never asked why. Mad pride, mixing peanut butter in the ramen, call it pad thai. They done woke a sleeping giant and they can't hide. If they sleeping on me, then me Freddy, it ain't Fab 5. Wave riders get baptized, then hand dried. Your flash drive, get flash fried when it's transcribed. I was buying shit from my mans, but justice is blind with an iron fist for a hand. DA said 10 years, I threw a wrench in his plan. Said when pigs fly, then put them lion pigs on the stand. Yeah, locked up overweight, feel like muscle spasms. I don't understand this. When Geechee goes away, I just pray that's more motivation that he coming back with. And told him long as he home in time for summer madness. Ill, hold your head. Free surf. Subscribe below. Real shit. Hear that? That's the sound of them putting flame emojis in the comments. Make sure to subscribe, and if you haven't, click the bell to get notifications, because we're gonna really put gas on this series. Start dropping them more. Beat by Chase Moore, ILLMAC. Let me slow it down, look. Yo, I be the one that started. I wrote this standing on the edge of Earth, right before jumping off it. I'm in another orbit. On my way to Mars, I had to jump my starship. Fled a drug bust, gun stuffed in the glove compartment. Ducking charges, something sharper for your underarm. Or what I'm armed with could cut a carpet. The flow was bartered, let it flood the market. I met my higher self. He told me hustle harder. Now I work for myself and now I don't give a fuck department. Hybrid breed like my weed, brought a joint. That shit they smoking got that shake in it, like a Polaroid, an outsider. No, I ain't soda, but I'm overjoyed, cause my neck and wrist stay gold like Pony Boy, switch vibes. Now I'm writing what they can't speak. My pen glide like bison with the leg sweep. This is game speech. I hit them with yoga flame heat. Y'all could be dosing. I'm at a height that you can't reach. A bar fly on the Wall Street Journal entry. Cross the Atlas and Pac, feel like the world's against me. Wordplay, Easter eggs, hide it for the fan to find it. All the while I'm taking attendance of the absent-minded. Malcolm Gladwell's David, attack Goliath. Rely on one strength till you're disadvantaged by it. I'm at the White House, protesting acts of violence, throwing Molotovs, laughing. That's a riot. Stained glass windows to my soul, shatterproof. Mammoth fur coat, snaggletooth, tiger roam the manor loose. Raised by a pack of wolves. Back to my natural roots, vagabond, bag of bones, chain like a hanging noose. Hallucinate a single moment, playing back in loops. Catch a body, then forget about it. So I tap the proof. Acid rain, teardrops falling from my tattered roof. This momentum playing in my mental state is tab induced. Helen Keller's third eye watching, but can't help remember all the secrets that I never tell her. Take them to the grave, probably rot in hell forever. Freezing with a wet umbrella, ate her pussy frying, and I swear I felt the smell together. Narrated, I'm Morgan Freeman when my story's told. My blood is freezing and my heart is froze. Full circle, that's how karma goes. With my entourage like Ari Gold, kitchen whipping with that Rari flow. Skirt, adios. Since the big wheel, I've been trying to sip. They make big deals, how to minor shit. We skim bills to the counter skip. When shit's real, they counterfeit. Count me out, count again. I should be on your top 5 by the count of 10. Brush strokes, a genius bar, heavy-handed. Home Alone, shark bite, calling card, wet a bandit. Raising the bar like the World Series. Win the pennant, it's my I'm the greatest in the World Series. When I pen it, independent. Illy, 667, the Colt. Yeah. ILLMAC, gunpowder, holy water coming soon. Check. Yeah. Who they comparing me to? They stuck in a box, I watch with an aerial view. Pray on my downfall, but that's what carries me through. Can have my slide to the sacred ceremony for my burials through. No rest for the wicked, it's war in the trenches. Tell them I sleep when I'm dead, we torture the restless. I expanded a business, watch it shorten my friendships. Notice they celebrate your failures, then ignore your successes. The last of a dying breed, past of a dynasty. I destroy to rebuild and laugh at the irony. The fire that burns the forest, but planted a ripe seed. That's space for life to flourish, the practice of life repeats. No ceilings with a pen in my hands. If I fall, expect it, I'll land the heavens expanse. This my genesis, sun, moon, and stars. I'm life after the 4th day. Thoughts of flight patterns, this time lapsing in 4K. Been rolled off, but expected. Fans base jump from my brain summit. Now close calls of perspective, desolate landscape, snowfall in the desert. The pages of flat earth, my words dove off the edges. I autopilot the autobio that I have written. I'm the crescendo, beginnings following cycles, ending. No time for spiteful women. She told me I am different, I'm indifferent. Can meet you halfway or divide the distance. I never played you though, only play in my position. Making sacrifices, trying to paint the picture I envision. I've taken losses and been taken hostage by ambition. I seek out heaven, I'm giving my life as my admission. Absent-minded out of tennis in school. On edge, but catch my drip like infinity pools. Don't get it confused, reading critic reviews. Written laughing like they could win what I lose. And switch up my views like they could fit in my shoes. Like they could live by my rules. That fire in me, yet I lit up a fuse. The paper like a pinup that's new. Basically picture pinup, I'm naked, yeah, I'm stripped of the truth. Shit, I'm different from dudes. I listen and pick up on things that they oblivious to. And you feel that when you enter the room, like your colorful personality, your roar borealis while I'm glimpsing at you. I play with our auras, blending the hues. I breathe light when I get in this booth, then I give it to you. So in a sense, it's my delivery room. Not jealous of anyone who's the caterpillar that envy the butterfly in its cocoon the minute it flew. Don't worry if the world's worthy of receiving your gift. Shit, the seed in the wind tend to sing a similar tune. The sun lit up the moon give us tides, the fish give us food. What'd you do with your life if all you did was consume? Yeah, we raising the bar. Subscribe below. Chase more on the beat. Shout out, ruin your day. What up, Team Backpack? ILLMAC, look. Yo, I'm on the outside looking in and I don't tailgate. Life is fair like the hare trying to win the snail race. I'm pushing well weight till the scale breaks. Package is sold and that shit never gets old. Like Pharrell's face, I know success can be stressful, but the fail safe. So fuck a fail safe and take a stalemate. Follow your shot like shell casings, get money first. The hoes will follow like cellmates and jailbreaks. My pale phase homie could carry in 12 states. Before I take a L, he squeezing a finger and thumb, L shape, self-made. Tell Chase the beats hell flames. I used to read the back of the cereal box bumping Big L tapes. Now a lot of mainstream shit is fake to me, but a lot of underground shit is straight.
Boom. Boom.
All right.
Special effects.
What's poppin', guys?
What up?
So yeah, welcome to ILLMAC TV. We're doing a little prediction before we get into watch later. But if you guys watched the last prediction vlog, we missed one battle because the battle wasn't announced yet. And then obviously when we did it last time, Mass 4 hadn't really gone into rotation, so we're going to talk about NEMS versus Head Ice, and then the first announcement, and then speculate on that.
Right.
And then if we got time, we're going to watch this new music video from YG because I coaxed ILLMAC into watching it.
Hey, I'm not a hard sell on that. So,
but
yeah, I appreciate all y'all tuning in, most definitely. If you haven't, then go check the other predictions out, you know what I mean, for this Smack Volume 2 card. They're out individually on my channel. There's a playlist called Predictions. But without further ado, what was the new announcement? It was New Jersey Twerk and AVO.
Yep.
And that's the last battle announced for this card, which is going down on the 31st.
Yeah, this Saturday.
And you're doing the pay-per-view for it?
Yeah, I'm doing the pay-per-view, going out there Friday night, taking the red eye landing and going straight to the venue. It's gonna fucking kick ass.
Nice.
So
what was the first time the vibe? Like, I don't remember if we touched on it too much on the like when we were talking about predictions, but is there any noticeable differences from that atmosphere?
Oh, there's so much.
Yeah.
Than a regular Smack event.
Yeah, or
Dude,
even
it's
just
like
in general.
Yeah, even in general, because it's invite only. So like the crowd is composed like almost entirely of battle rappers and notable like people in the culture. Like you got J Black there, Tech 9 there. I forget, Kiki's there, right? Kiki from fucking Champion.
Yeah,
and then fucking Queens Flip, Penn was there, Swave was there, Jims was there. Just like noteworthy people.
Right.
So it's like there's almost no fans. So like when the battles are taking place, nobody's talking. They're just watching the battles because people aren't just like, oh, I came here to socialize. So that's like a huge fucking difference. Even at the bunker, we didn't have that because people would be like, oh, I haven't seen you in a long time. Like, let's talk.
Right.
Whoop-de-whoop. But like at fucking these volume series, it's just like people care about the battles. And that's kind of like a factor that's inherent in Smack crowds in general. Like I find that the audience goes there to watch the battles, and they go there and they're quiet, and then when a bar happens, they're either like, that fucking sucked, and they talk about it, or they're like, yeah, that kicks ass.
Amazing,
and then when the guy starts rapping, they're quiet, you know, because they want to hear the material because that's what they paid for.
Right.
So yeah, that's, I think the biggest difference is just like it's a small room, but it's like a super attentive small room. Near the end of the night, like, you know, there was like somebody bought a bunch of like Henny bottles, so it was like kind of getting a little like unhinged near the end, but it was cool. It was like good, you know. People were cheering more, they're being like more friendly. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. And I feel like this volume card is like a lot more competitive than the first one, especially having Hollow and Arson there, and that general is just like, fuck, there's already a battle that like both people don't want to fucking lose, no matter what.
Yeah.
I feel like the only battle on the first card that was kind of like that, I feel like, was Iron and Rum. Where Iron was like, I can't fuck up on URL again. You know, I have like a lot to show
Rum
out.
is like, I'm gonna come out, and be the hitter.
Yeah, I actually just edited that battle. It's dropping on Friday. It's
fucking. I can't wait to see
amazing,
that.
Dude. Rum is so crazy.
Rum's amazing, man. Dude. LSC, what up,
dude?
Palm tree emoji.
I mean, and Iron killed it. Like that's probably one of the best battles I've ever fucking filmed for sure. But all that to say that this card, Volume 2, is hella competitive, which leads us into this match, Verb and Twerk, which I feel like is really competitive.
Yeah.
Twerk, Volume 1, it was him and JC. That was the first battle of the night. And people, you know, like, JC went first, and JC doesn't really have, like, a very, like, type of style where it's, like, punches and, like, haymakers. It's, like, very, like, intricate wordplay that you get a lot afterwards on camera. And you appreciate it. It, like, resonates on film or on video. But Twerk is a lot like Diz. Like, you won't really appreciate New Jersey Twerk till you see him live. And when you see him live, you're like, Jesus Christ, this makes a lot of sense. He's like he's like all energy, exactly like Diz. Even when he like dances, like does the fucking little running in place thing. So he, like, in the building, I feel like he fucking washed JC, like, fucking hard.
I feel like that was the initial reactions,
yeah.
too, on, you know, the socials.
And the funniest thing, dude, is everybody's like, oh, New Jersey Twerk fucking killed him on pay-per-view. And they're like, wait till what happens on cam. Or, like, when the official release came out, they're like, oh, it looks different on cam. And I'm like, it was on cam.
Yeah.
Pay-per-view is on cam.
Yeah, but I was live.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I get confused about that, though, too. Like, because I've seen that happen before where I watch the pay-per-view, but it's different on, like, in the pay-per-view. But I'm like, how is it, like, you know, there's multiple angles?
The live factor attributes it, because, like, when you're watching a video on YouTube, you can, like, I feel like you, like,
pause it and dissect it.
Yeah, you, like, kind of, like, it resonates more. When it's live, you're just like, you don't pause it. You're just like, oh, I'm watching the whole thing, you know? Like, and then you're probably on Twitter, too, and like, oh, my God, this and this line, blah, blah, blah. It's like the, you know, the hive mind comes into play.
And you might be buying into the crowd a little bit more since you're experiencing it with them.
Yeah.
You know, like, you feel like you're part of that. So when the crowd might have more weight when the crowd reacts.
Yeah, word.
That makes sense.
But all that to say that, like, the Twerk JC battle was different when it got officially released.
I still haven't seen that one.
Yeah, even when I was editing it, I was like, "Ooh, this is like not as clear cut as I thought it was in the building." Because in the building, it was just like, "Holy shit!" Like Twerk, like fucking demolished JC, and he was like just like his presence was just like crushing him the whole time. And I feel like Verb hasn't really ever had that, you know, like he doesn't have that like overpowering presence, but I feel like his aura in general like kind of like commands that, you know?
I was gonna say, like, he's definitely like they're similar in ways to me, like in the charisma and like the power and and a lot of it coming from the performance, you know what I mean? Both of them are nice, obviously, with the pen, you know, and all that. I really like Verb. Like Verb, and I hate this saying of when he's on. You know what I mean? If he shows up, like I hate people, but I like it because you know I hate it when it's used as an excuse for like an opponent of mine. You know what I mean? Like, but if he showed up, but he did it. How good are you if your performance has to be prerequisite is if he tries, if he does this. But that being said, though, Verb has such a high ceiling. You know what I mean? Like for performance in general and writing and angling. You know what I mean? Like his angles and concepts, charisma, performance, all that. Like he has such a high ceiling with all these things combined. He's very, very well rounded. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he is probably the highest ceiling out of any battler outside of like Hollow and Lux. You know, like the big Gerald. That's like.
Oh yeah,
nobody
one of the God moments
has really reached that. Right. So you're right. Like his ceiling is super high, and I guess
that's again speaking to like also the concept, how he can conceptualize something and execute on it, the performance of that. Like when it comes together with Verb, like he's unstoppable. You know, or it seems that way. Yeah. But then he has moments where that isn't the case. You know what I mean? I don't think that this is going to be the case this time, you know? Like, you look at kind of smaller room performances, like Verb versus Hollow. You know what I mean? Like, like that performance is great. Like, I want to see something like that. You know what I mean? That raw, uncut, grimy, small room Verb. You know, and him executing. But he can do it both. Like, there was a big stage, the big Gerald moment. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean. He's versatile. He can do it all. Twerk, performance, and he has a lot of charisma as well. These are both things that they're pretty equally matched up in, you know? I might give, like, an aggression factor to Twerk in that performance. You know, I think he's a little bit more... you know, dominating in that way. Yeah, word. Verb's a lot more, like, tends to be cooler, you know, like in the like charismatic way, and turns up in the right moments, like very select, like kind of purposeful type moments, you know what I mean? Which can offset a kind of dominating performance sometimes, you know, like our battle, the man. Shut the
shut up.
Yeah, like that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like I just erased that round.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before he even gets into rapping. So he's and he can be funny. You know, Verb could be hilarious. I don't know. I think it's a real good match. I've seen them talking shit, or like Verb talking shit on my timeline. Like, how am I gonna lose to somebody like basically saying like a clone of me? Like, how am I gonna lose to somebody that modeled their whole shit after me?
Do you think he did? I don't really see that.
No, but I can see what he's saying. You know what I mean? Like, kind of the like performance and I don't know how to put it, like dexterity of like the way he weaves in the performance. But I wouldn't. I just thought that's some pre-battle shit talk, but I laughed.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Overall, like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like performance-wise, they have different aspects. Like I said, almost like the cool collective with the selective turn-up performance of Verb. And then I think Twerk, I think it works to his advantage to be more dominating, kind of in his face more, on his head more, putting more pressure on him.
Yeah.
I think is going to be great. And if he can also make the crowd laugh. Not Twerk. The whole time, and not the whole time. That's not what we expect to see or want to see from Twerk. Yeah. But if he could have, even if it's a one moment, one joke moment where everyone laughs, just to kind of show like, I can do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because it's not what you expect, I think will be big for him. Verb, I just want to see classic, like top form classic Verb, you know?
Yeah.
I want to see him execute on an angle in one of them, you know what I mean? I want to see him do the impressive rap shit when he turns that on and kind of speeds it up and go, you know, back-to-back rhymes and all this shit. And of course, we need some vicious showtimes.
Word.
You know?
I guess that's where I could kind of see, like, Showtime versus Strapped In. I think that's what he's talking about. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I totally fucking negated that. But that's a huge thing.
Yeah.
Strapped In, everybody gets on board. They're like, okay,
right.
I'm like ready
Now
and prepared for this
yeah.
type of stuff that's gonna follow. So I'm excited, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah, man, I echo that sentiment 100%. Verb in a small room is super dangerous. You know, he did Hollow in a small room. He battled Thesaurus in a small room, and that was really good. He turned up for that battle. I guess the only small room I've ever seen Twerk in is JC, and he did really well in it. So I feel like this is probably one of the battles that I'm most excited to see, because I just don't know what's going to happen, you know? Because it's like I walked into Mr. Wavy versus Twerk thinking that fucking Twerk was going to fucking wash Mr. Wavy.
Right.
And Mr. Wavy fucking soundingly beat Twerk with a fucking joke angle, which is... That's like impossible to do on URL, like a fucking silly angle, like your hairline is fucking far back.
And see, that's what I'm saying in the way of why I'd want to see it from Twerk, just to hit that note. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's one funny thing, not a whole round, not a whole bunch of shit. And with that being said, though, if Verb does that, again, not for a bunch, but he just has some selective humor in there where everyone does. And Verb can execute that shit. He can roast somebody. You know what I mean? Like, that will be a weapon that Verb can use. Overall, as far as like my prediction on it, man, I'm honestly how I see it matching up is Twerk, you know, having that dominating aggressive nature, and I just see Verb being able to do a little bit more, to hit a little, to have some funny shit, to have the turn-up performance showtimes, and to execute on a crazy angle that like blows everyone's mind away, and like the more rapid-fire kind of rap shit.
Yeah.
I just think that if we get the Verb that we expect, you know, that we hope to get, that that's a real, nearly unbeatable, you know, character right there. So I think if they both show up and have an A game night, Verb, I think, takes it in a debatable 2-1. Like, it ain't gonna be a body or nothing like that, but I favor Verb just with his versatility, you know what I mean?
Word.
But devil's advocate to my own point, if certain things don't pan out, if he does take a concept round that falls flat, which has happened,
Yeah.
he's gonna lose.
Wasted a round.
Yeah, it's a wasted round or
Yeah.
half a round or whatever. Like, so that's the gamble of that. It could work to his advantage in showing like versatility and hitting like, you know, angles and notes that Twerk doesn't. But if Twerk is just consistently on your head, just like a battering ram with his style, and and then you take a risky angle and it doesn't work out, or you know, make a few jokes and none of them hit, and it's like, it's corny, like you're done. Like that round is chalked up. There's no room for error.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's a good point.
Yeah.
Very good point. Either way, it's going to be a heated match. Tune in live this Saturday. The show starts at 2 p.m., but if you guys want to catch the free live show, it starts at 2 p.m. on YouTube. It's for free. So Smack is actually doing a free hour of the stream with Cyphers, Champion, and they're going to play one round of Mike P versus Young Cannon.
Really?
For free on YouTube. So tune in to URLs
So that's like
TV.
the first battle, so they're going to start it off with a bunch of cybers and stuff
you know how like
that,
UFC does it? Like the first prelims, it's like free on Fox or whatever, and then you have to go over to the HBO or whatever the fuck, the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Smack is doing that. So.
That's really smart.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah, I actually tested it today. I can like run it both at the same fucking time. I don't know.
That way you just click one over.
There's definitely like high room for error in this stream. We're doing shit like I've never done before. So it's risky, but hey, it's all to bring the fans what they want, and you know URL is trying to deliver. So props on that. Tune in this Saturday, March 31st at 2 p.m. live Eastern Standard Time on YouTube, URL.tv. Watch Battle live for the rest of the show. We got Arsenal versus Hollow, Cortez O-Red. I'm gonna fucking forget all these goddamn battles. Mike P, Young Cannon, Averb, Twerk. I know there's like some big one that I'm... Big K, T-Top.
Yeah, Big K, T-Top. I think it's all 5, right?
I think there's another one that I'm forgetting. I said Cortez O-Red, right?
Yeah, Cortez O-Red, Mike P.
I think... I swear there's 6.
No, I think there's...
I might be wrong.
Yeah.
Whatever. Sue me if I'm wrong.
Right?
And fucking John versus
Yeah.
Nitty.
John Nitty, tripping.
I'm sure John's gonna have words with me about the Big K watch that we did.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
The prediction?
No, we watched the battle with Sat in Twist. I said that Big K won, and everybody's like, oh man, you're biased. And I was just like, I just thought Big K won.
I haven't seen that battle yet, actually, because people were telling me to check it out because of our predictions on John and Rum Nitty.
Word.
But yeah, appreciate you tuning in this prediction. So leave your comment below on who you think is going to win the battle of New Jersey Twerk versus A-Verb, and make sure to tune into that pay-per-view.
Boom. All right, so since we're here, we got like a half an hour before these other fucking scalawags get here. Let's do Mass 4 predictions. So, I'm just going to fucking pull this shit the fuck up because I don't know the exact date off the top of my dome. All right, let's fucking get this over here. All right.
I'm thinking, maybe we should just do the NEMS Ice one and then wait till like all the names are announced and do like a theory, like what we think people they're gonna battle later. You know, after all the announcements.
Oh. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if you want to do it like that, that's fine. I mean, it's up to you. I think that's the smartest thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so King of the Dot released the main event for Massacre 4 happening on May 19th in Boston. It's NEMS versus Head Ice. So, King of the Dot, you know, I work very closely with King of the Dot. They've been, Organic in particular is a huge fan of NEMS, as I feel like we all are people of that era that came up watching Fight Club and street battles from there. And NEMS just hasn't battled in the last 10 years. He's been focusing on music, doing his freestyles, been very successful in that avenue. So it's very huge that he's coming back. Like, this is like just as big as fucking Lux Mook, Sirius Jones, everybody coming back for fucking Summer Madness 2.
Yeah, I agree, man. A vet. Like,
legit a vet.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the reason why Math is around, dude. Math beat him at Fight Club, and that's like Bird is like, oh, it was kind of like the Cyrus Jones Jin shit.
Right,
like,
Jin just had the illest run, and then Cyrus Jones came in it.
Yeah, exactly. So this battle's fucking amazing. But that being said, it was kind of like, I guess it wasn't really surprising to me when this came out and everybody's like, who the fuck is that? You know, because it's like, obviously I would know that a lot of people were very young when Nems battled. Like, you know, if the audience is like, there's 21-year-olds watching this, they were 9 when Nems was battling. So it's like, obviously they wouldn't know of him. But it was kind of eye-opening that everybody was like very unknowledgeable about Nems and his accolades.
Do your research, man.
Yeah, I mean, just look him up. Just like do a little bit of research and realize that it's of a different era. If you were to look at like Head Ice's, Lux is kind of an exception because he was far ahead of his time, but like Lux Mook, like everybody that is an OG of that era, their battles
like
in
early,
that,
like early, like Lions Den.
You can't judge
like,
today's standards back then. You know, it's different, completely different. Just like sports, you know, like you would never fucking put like anybody of this era like in that, you know, because it's just like the whole fucking game has changed. Like the Dolphins being undefeated, they play less games than any game is played nowadays. So it's like, even though it's amazing, it's still, the standards are a little bit differently nowadays.
And with the NBA, it's opposite. You know what I mean?
Well, you don't think LeBron is the man?
No, I do actually. I'm not a LeBron hater at all. I do think Jordan is the GOAT, but I don't think LeBron. I do think LeBron could have done what he's doing back then, but I don't think a lot of other players could have because of the rules being different.
You fuck with Bird?
Bird? Yeah, I'm not like a super Larry Bird like guy. Like I always even like took the like Magic Johnson side, like that in that whole you know, my uncle is like diehard like Larry Bird fan.
Really?
And shit. Yeah, and I always thought he was tight. And I was just like, yeah, Bird, yeah. But anyways, just side tangent that standards are different. You know, the rules change. You know, the whole game has changed. You know, whether we be talking about sports or specifically battle rap. You know, like fools weren't, when you go back and do your research and look up old Nems battles and shit, even Fight Club, like that shit where fools didn't write for other people.
They didn't know who they're battling.
Yeah, they didn't know who they're battling, you know? So it's like you're just coming with hot shit, whether it be a mixtape versus or whether it be versus, you're just preparing to go catch some bodies with. It's a different playing field now, you know what I mean? But Nems, I think, commands respect in general if you know anything like about the history, because even more currently, like what he's doing with his, you know, freestyle series or whatever, his rap series is amazing. So good, so entertaining. I tune into all of them. You know, if you follow him, I think it's Gorilla Nems FYL on Instagram. He posts clips of it, but obviously he's got puts them on YouTube too. You can tell his pen hasn't dulled. You know?
Yeah. If anything, it's improved it's like if you watch those, you can just tell, man, this guy gets it. He says shit that's so accessibly easy to digest, and it's fucking dope at the same time. It's witty, sounds hard as fuck, you know?
It's like that with Head Ice, you know, same thing with Head Ice, you know what I mean? Like they got that like straight out the gate, just aggressive, you know, like your mother's a prostitute, like you like my home, you know, I love her home fries, like it's like that simple, delivered, just, you know, perfect tip of your tongue type material, but with the like believability and with the charisma that sells it. You know what I mean? Both of them have that. Yeah, you know, like Nems is on some fuck your life. Like that's his whole movement. If you don't know, it's FYL. That's fuck your life. That's his brand. You know what I mean? So you know what you're getting from that alone. Yeah. And then obviously you got Head Ice with the how many battles has he started out like suck my dick straight like that. Like, so it's fuck your life versus.
Cyrus Jones, I think, was the first one.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, I think it was.
So it's been a
while.
while.
That was the first time I seen it.
Yeah.
But then there was several since. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyways, so that kind of, rather than Wolf versus what was it? Gorilla. Wolf versus Gorilla at Gorilla Nems. They could have also been titled "Suck My Dick" versus "Fuck Your Life." But I think it's amazing. Like I never saw it coming. You know what I mean? Like I know that it makes sense, you know what I mean? But I just never knew that, you know, Gannick had been making efforts or anything like that, and it caught me by surprise, and I was definitely really hyped on this matchup. So, that being said, what do you think? How you think it's gonna go down? You know,
I don't know.
Not even overall winners, but just like
Dude, I have no idea. Like it's all up in the air, and like, I mean, I think it could be a case of like what we've seen in the past numerous times, like Oxymiron showing up and like surprising every fucking buddy, because it's like not like Nems has like stopped writing punches. Like his freestyle shit, it's all punches, you know, and it's cool punches too.
Yeah.
And his
he could go into a battle with a lot of those
shit.
his weekly shit.
Yeah, and just be like, okay, all right, I fuck with all that shit. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think like Nems is gonna slouch at all in this battle. I think Head Ice is definitely not gonna slouch in this battle because they're both OGs from that era. They're both from fucking NY, you know, different boroughs obviously. But I think it means a lot to both of them coming into this. Battling somebody else of the same stature and like aura and same history and accolades, kind of. You know, so
kind of parallel there both.
I don't know, man. Like this, I like honestly don't like have any. I don't have a fucking leg in this pony race at all. Like, I think Nems is gonna surprise people though, because a lot of people aren't familiar with Nems in general. So I think he's gonna blow people away out the gate, just like Head Eyes did out the gate when he first battled in KOTD against fucking Pat Stay, you know?
I 100% fully agree with that. I think it's, you know, if people don't know, that'll be the wow factor of like, oh, wow, like, he's composed. He like this aggression, like, oh, like he's gonna look like he's been doing this, like, you know, some people, and because of that, I think it'll be such a wow factor because people don't know what to expect. People might, and you know, newer fans might have low expectations or something like, who is this? Or I seen this old battle and I don't know. And then when you see how he comes out, it's gonna be like he never left, he never lost a step. He is a vet. I fully believe he's gonna come out and blow people away in that way and kind of have that element of surprise. I think that's a big advantage that he's gonna have because Head Ice has been so active, and you know, he's the champion, you know, the king of the dot champion.
Which also, don't mean to cut you off,
no,
ILLMAC, but this isn't for the chain. This is an exhibition match, much like when Pat Stay battled Calico at Massacre 1. It's like, you know, you can't. The champion's got to battle somebody for fun every now and then, you know, and not put the belt on the line. So this is an exhibition match. It's not for the chain. I saw a lot of people commenting like, "Oh, some dude that hasn't battled in 10 years comes back and he's got a fucking title shot."
Yeah, no, this is just really, you know, if you know that it's a really just dope match, really creative, you know, and we get to see. I'm excited because we get to see like Gorilla Nems fuck your life back in the ring. I've been wanting to see that for years, so yeah, I'm glad that that's the case and it's within this matchup. I think we're gonna get, you know, like Head Ice, like doesn't slouch. You know what I mean? He's very consistent.
He takes it serious too, like really serious.
Yeah, he takes it serious. He doesn't not show up.
Yeah.
You know? And Head Ice has been one of my favorite to watch for a long time. One of my favorites to watch because he's so entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Like he believes everything he says. Makes you believe everything he says. Is very charismatic. He could be funny.
Yep.
Turn up and be violent. You know what I mean? And you believe it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like he also even in that approach though, when he goes that way, he's like he's unique about it. You know, it's like the OG putting you in your place. You know what I mean? It's different.
Yeah.
Head Ice just talks differently.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna get that Ice. You know, the top form. You know what I almost could compare what I think what happened with this battle is almost like Head Ice versus Big K. And not just because Nems and Big K are both white or anything like that going in, but how
honestly, I don't know if Nems is white. I
he's
think
probably
he's
like Puerto Rican yeah. But either way, you know, not because of that,
he's not
because of just that aggression and both of them just going at it head to head. And wasn't that? Oh no, was that it?
Massacre 2.
Yeah, see, and that was another
Yeah.
mass battle. And I think that'll kind of be the environment and the feel of this battle on some, like, classic, very rewatchable type shit. Prediction-wise, I think that they're so well matched that the smallest thing, like, I think the biggest factor is going to be Nems kind of having a clean slate. And I think that's going to, you know, I don't think anyone's going to come away with like a body or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I think if people do lean one way, I think Nems, I think people might think Nems won in the way that they don't have a lot to judge him off. So seeing him come out and have like a top-notch performance against someone like Head Ice is going to give way, you know, even more so in the way swaying an opinion towards him.
Yeah.
Like if they come out and is debatable, like I don't know who won type thing, I think Nems gets the more credit just for it being his first battle on this in this modern
of course
battle rap.
He's fresh, he's new, they're not familiar, like, oh, I like this, you know.
Yeah.
I haven't had too much of this, I like this more, you know.
Exactly, it's new, it's fresh, it's like, oh, I'm caught off guard by that,
which is so hilarious.
because it is right,
you
exactly.
know, that's probably honestly how it's gonna go. To be real,
because I just think that they're both going to show up and it's just going to be a slugfest.
Yeah.
And so if people have an opinion, leaving aside from it just being a classic, or you know, if people want to choose a winner, I think Nems has that edge. That just because he has a blank slate, people don't know what to expect from him. It's like going and watching a movie that you didn't really see previews or read any reviews about,
like, oh,
being like
pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, like no, I liked it even more than if I seen a bunch of hype about it. I went and watched it. Like, hey, it was all right.
Yeah, word up.
You know?
That's so fucking true.
Yeah.
But yeah, Massacre 4, May, let me get this fucking date right. May 19th, live pay-per-view by myself. It's also Blackout Edition, so besides this match, no battles are going to be announced, the matchups. Individual battlers are going to be announced.
What do you think about that concept, real quick? Okay. Because it's combining the Massacre with Blackout. Like, that's crazy.
I know, it's insane. I love it because it's like, think about how many people can't get into Canada for Blackout.
I think it's super interesting.
Yeah, this opens up. I fuck with it like way harder.
And already, I mean, I'm sure that Nems could. I'm sure.
And Moneybags too. It's like, you know, they both probably have, you know, the inability to get in there. Whether or not they do, it's dope that it's happening on the East Coast in America. And just that alone, I feel like, is gonna intrigue me so much. Like, I know nothing. Like, I don't know the card. I don't know who's on it. I don't know who the next announcement is. Besides this trailer, I'm not doing the rest of the fucking trailers. So it's gonna be a surprise for me just as much as it is you guys. But
sick.
That being said, do you want me to bring these fools in here live on your channel? Or do you want to cut it and then me bring it there in the back?
Oh yeah, you can bring them in. And do you want to just start off and watch that track? Or
yeah, I mean, I'm down. I just feel like it's gonna be like rambunctious when I bring them in. They're gonna be like talking and
that's cool. Yeah, no, we'll bring them in real quick.
Yeah, right. I'm bringing in Disaster, Chilla Jones, and Thesaurus. So.
And we'll just do a watch for that. I mean, between the bars for that song and then cut it. What up, chat? You know, we got into the predictions, so it kind of I didn't have a chance to really say what up to y'all. Appreciate everyone tuning in, most definitely. Just to say this real quick, if you haven't, I'm sure you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, please. But also, if you are subscribed, if you click that bell that's like in the top corner or whatever, then you'll for sure get notifications for when we go live or drop new content. Because if you're just subscribed, it'll show up in like a feed and everything. You may get a notification sometimes, but YouTube isn't going to bother you really with the notification every time we're live or dropping content unless you click that bell. This is about to be a disaster. Hey, we got some champions in the building.
We might. That might be true.
What up?
It's really good.
Shit, just live on my channel right now.
Get you guys some fucking chairs.
Some
fucking chairs for these wise asses.
Yeah. We out here and in here at the same damn time, son. Do you have any water?
Maybe.
Hold on 1 second. You do? Oh,
What?
Can I go in that room and talk?
What?
Can I go in that room and talk?
Yeah, I mean that's Ben and Kelly are in there, but you can go in there. They're not gonna. Go in there or no? Yeah, fine. Go in there. Sure. Just don't go behind the curtain.
Is this okay? Never mind.
You should have told me not to go in there.
You can do whatever you want, Diz.
Amazing. already it's on fire.
You, bro.
Hey.
He's already treating this place like he owns it.
All right, Chili, you want to take one of these 3 seats? You guys can like fucking spread them out if you want.
I'll make it easier.
How about that bottle too, back?
Yee. Hey, what is
I
that?
don't know what
Some
you went.
Citron?
I don't know what you went to,
Are you guys
but,
live
know,
right
that's
now?
What's up?
Yeah, we're.
What? You good?
Yeah, Chili, you
Hey.
want a beer or something?
I got a little something
with
in here.
iced
I'm
tea.
alright.
He's got
A little
his,
I got a
extra
little-
ice.
Yeah, a little something in here. I'm alright.
If it's,
All right, we got fucking Thesaurus and Chilla Jones in the house, guys.
Hey.
Just go
Surprise!
We
We
just did some predictions on some like the head ice.
Nems, word.
What do you guys think about that?
I think it's a pretty tight matchup. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it while Diz isn't here. It's
Yes, let's get it all the way. I'm definitely gonna fucking exit out of the
It was-
screen as soon as he walks in.
It was definitely a topic of conversation on the way over here. No, I like the matchup though. I think it's like matchup wise and for a non-title match, this is about the only thing that I'd be okay with seeing Ice do. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
Something special.
I feel like it should be a title match though, man.
Really?
It's been
No.
not Ice
Oh,
and them.
I should be
I'm
battling
saying
in a
he
title
should be
match.
having a
I
title
agree with
match.
that. I feel like it's been a
long
minute.
time,
It's been a
man.
minute.
Like, what was it, October?
If I would have been given the last title shot and destroyed Ice, I would have definitely at least defended my title twice by now. So it's just
Avo brought up the good point
gonna
though.
put
It's
that
like
out
when
there.
aside from the timeline, like it's like when Pat battled Calico at Mass, he was the champion at that time,
Yeah.
and it wasn't a title match,
Yeah.
and it was at Mass
Yeah.
as well,
yeah, it makes sense.
So there's that. What do you think of the matchup? Like what'll happen? Like what a lot
A
of
whole
people.
lot of barking.
Yeah, we were talking about how a lot of people don't know Nims or aren't familiar.
I feel like
Which is crazy to me.
neither one is
I
gonna
know.
bow to the other,
Nah,
and
not at
each
all.
is gonna want to sort of like out gorilla the other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be some. They're each gonna be trying to one
Or
up.
out wolf.
Yeah, or out.
right?
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, but I feel like a wolf is more stealth even in its pouncing or in its kill. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was sticking with gorilla.
It was gorilla Nims.
Yeah,
That's
I
why-
know
that's
that.
why-
No, I know.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
aware.
yeah.
But I mean, just from a confrontation standpoint.
Do wolves pounce?
I mean,
like cats
They definitely-
count.
no,
No,
wolves like
wolves
wolves.
definitely
Yeah, but they attack in a pack. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like
Wolves
wolves
is more like
run up
dogs,
on
right?
you.
Yeah, like that.
They're
Like
just gonna
dog-
have,
a dog
they're gonna
don't
run up on you with a
pounce.
squad
Yeah.
though. They're gonna run up on you
Yeah,
with a
true.
squad.
That's the pack. That's a fact.
All right. Fair enough.
I like.
I don't-
It's
So
gonna
a
be
pack of
interesting.
wolves versus
I don't know.
a troop of gorillas.
I don't know if there's
Who
gonna.
wins?
I don't know how a pack of wolves versus a troop. Is that what it's called? A troop?
I don't know. Probably.
That's a great word for it. Troop.
It might
of
be.
gorillas.
fleet.
It might be.
A
I don't
fleet
know.
of
A
gorillas.
clique of gorillas.
Click.
No, what are they called? They're-
Click.
It might. What's it called? I think it's. It
It might be troop, man.
No, it's not.
Let's just say troop.
Troop,
though. I like
troop
to say
is
troop.
something for animals. I forget.
like
No,
troop.
I would take the troop of gorillas for sure. If it was the
gorillas,
same,
dude.
if it was,
pack
it is a
of
pack.
gorillas.
Yeah,
Okay,
totally.
If it's if it's the
maybe.
same amount of wolves versus the same amount of gorillas, gorillas are gonna
Gorilla all day, dog.
They're
Yeah,
gonna mash.
yeah, yeah,
They're gonna
yeah.
rip
Gorillas
the
like
wolves to
they're,
shreds.
they're like the strongest mammal. Period.
I just want to know. I'm really
Per
curious
pound?
because I don't
Yeah.
know how tight
I'm
they
like
are
on
in real life,
elephants
but I
for
assume they're
show.
cool enough.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know if there's gonna
Hippos.
if there's gonna be genuine points of tension in the battle. I don't know how tight they are with each other to know
Oh,
whether
yeah.
or not
Yeah.
either one is gonna be like, well, fuck that, I'm gonna take it here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not like they're gonna fight or anything,
Right.
but just.
Well, no.
Aggression and
Right.
and like
Getting
Nems
each other's
getting nose to
faces.
nose and being like,
Yeah.
I'm not scared of you. Like you're not the champ to me. I could see Nems doing some shit like that.
I was making the comparison almost of like the vibe of like Big K versus Head Ice is what
It
I
could
think
be
we're
kinda
gonna
similar.
in that,
Yeah.
It
where
could
they're
be
just
similar.
going at in this
It could be
classic.
similar.
It could be some love shown, maybe not. I don't, you know what I mean? But it's like still tense, but you could relax at points, like as a
Right.
Yeah.
watcher. You know
Right.
what I mean? That's like that was kind of.
I'd
my
be
prediction
surprised
on
if
it.
there was any like heavy tension points, but there could be. You never know.
I just want to see if Nims can adjust, man.
Same.
I feel like, I mean, battling in Fight Club and then battling in 2018
Hella
is
different.
like,
Two different universes.
it's not the same.
But
you know what I'm saying?
what
There's so
me and
much
Greg
more.
were talking about earlier, have you seen this like freestyle shit he does like every Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah,
this pen is there.
It's pretty
man.
punchy. Like they're like cool punches. You
And
know?
for that
Granted, it's not a
crowd,
beat,
for
but-
that
the
crowd,
thing about-
they're gonna eat it up. You know.
And the
what
thing
I'm
about
saying?
him is he can sell it. You know what I mean? He doesn't
Yeah.
have to have like
He makes
the craziest
simple
wordplay.
lines
Like, I don't want to
sound
hear.
so
I don't
tight.
want to hear like the craziest wordplay from Nims or anything. you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
nah,
I want
that-
him to be like,
that
"Fuck
shit.
your mother." You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
your mother's
Yeah.
a gunther.
Yeah, like I want to hear that
He's
classic.
Gannick
Nim
posted
shit.
some verse he dropped just like yesterday or the other day where he says so much like just ill ass hard shit. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Give a
he's-
fuck.
he's-
Run up in your crib. Look at you. Take everything. Even say what's up to your kids.
I'm on the
or some
Rex
shit.
channel, man.
He said, "Run up to your crib, give a fuck. Even say what's up to your kids."
Gotta, bro.
Bruh, that
shit,
shit
look,
is
this
said-
table's cool as hell.
He said something about.
Yeah,
he
bro.
said
I
something
know
about
about the
something
table.
about knocking boots. Something in your mother's prostitute.
been here when we had
That was
this
like some
table,
old
no?
ass song. I
No.
forget,
Yeah. When
but
he came over, we were doing the table.
only love Nims too.
Yeah, he did.
Whatever, man.
He did. You
All
can
right.
watch it. There's footage of it.
All right, between the
It's
bars.
like a normal table.
No. When you did the watch, it was normal. But when we did the Tay-Rock, little
it was
cut,
different.
Oh,
cutty.
I don't remember that.
All right.
Hey,
I don't remember seeing it.
So Diz, you haven't seen this fucking Proud video? Alrighty.
Oh, this is the
Boom.
mom's out.
Yep.
between.
Already.
Keep it real.
Already.
Evil Will.
All right, guys. Here's
Bomb.
your
Keep it
headphones.
real.
Between the bars, we got some legends
This is-
in the building.
This is not gonna be like a really
Not gonna,
between the
no, but we're
bars,
just reacting to
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Like
we're-
that's what we've
some
done
more
for
reaction.
everything.
Hey, we just watch and watch.
This this video dropped. Did it drop today? Dropped yesterday. I saw a little snippet of it on YG's gram because he did the whole like fuck 6ix9ine shit, and then afterwards it was like him dancing with somebody who I didn't know who it was, some woman that was his mother, who I found out.
That's fire.
Fire.
Here. And
Super fire.
like so in this
Damn.
video, their moms rap all their
this-
verses.
So tight.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
Spoiler alert.
Nah, I mean maybe they're confused.
All right.
All right, so
Did you bring a grinder?
we're gonna watch 2 Chainz, Proud featuring YG and
thinking of
Offset.
it, too.
Song is fucking amazing. This video is even more
A
amazing.
little bit?
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Chilla, can you move to the left?
We got
a little bit?
Chilla, Thesaurus, Disaster in the building. Of course, AVO. Let's get it.
We out here.
6 o'clock, time for Greg Street to rock at the home of the heavyweight killer.
Tell me if it's too loud for you guys.
Crazy. Everybody's on the video set. The countdown to Mother's Day 2018. Trying to make my mama proud.
2 Chainz has a fucking ill-ass verse in this
Let's
song.
go, Tit.
So tight.
That's crazy.
University, I pull it up in Mercury. Mama, how I filled up with bags of Hercules. Soon as I finish pissing, I put the seat down. On my mama beat on, cut my damn ass out. Only child, no ceilings, no besties. I couldn't do nothing right like a lefty. Bought my mama first house with the jewel, man. Bought my mama second house with the club, man. Me and mama used
So
to
hard.
chop out the same house. Used to eat and go to sleep on the same couch. Me and mama got busted at the same time. When the court and told you the damn same lies. I can tell mama
2 Chainz always rap about it.
So
2 Chainz, I have always won more than one. Yeah, I'm real, I'm ill, you know you gotta feel.
Click.
You poppin'
No,
pills,
no,
I'm real than $2 bills. Yeah, I'm just tryna make my mama proud. Yeah, I ain't tryna let my mama down. Yeah, I'm just tryna make my mama proud. Yeah, I ain't tryna let my mama down. Yeah, mama ain't raised no hoe. One more time. Yeah, my mama ain't raised no hoe.
that's so
Dude,
fire.
YG's mom goes fucking in on this shit.
He's probably a gangbanger.
My mama ain't
Oh, shit.
no hoe.
I
My
knew.
mama ain't no hoe. My mama ain't raised no
Mama
hoe.
blood.
She's so blooded.
We at your dope, nigga. Whole bitches getting fucked on the floor.
Oh, she with it. She with it, bro.
Yeah.
Cause my mama can't get along. Cause my mama ain't no hoe.
Yeah.
She probably wrote it.
She might have wrote every word, bro. Every word.
That's why she's from the game. Yeah, do you for the check? And you know I'm gang, cause that's the only thing I rip. Hey, mama, when I leave the house, it's for them dollars. You was the reason I brought that chopper. Cause I know you wanna see me come on proper. Soon as I get right, I said I got you, then I got you.
So tight. She
That
killed
was
that.
so fire.
She killed that.
Yeah.
That was a flip of him.
I'm just tryna make my mama proud, yeah. I ain't tryna let my mama down. Mama ain't raised no hoe. One more time, yeah. My mama ain't raised no hoe. Yeah. Mama ain't raised no hoe.
off the song. So they ain't tell nobody? They just put it out.
Up in my loft in case the bank closed. Mama ain't have it all, we wore the same clothes. I kick the door, I risk it off a door. I found that 4 it turned me to an animal. Got that wild low niggas when he compatible. Chop the fine and sounding just like a router love. 223 caliber, you ain't in my caliber. Mama told me pray cause God keep giving me these bugs. Get on that G6, I'm flying higher, landing on the rug. Mama, I put Goyard on my mama. Every nigga not your partner, son. When you come up, all them bitches in your face, son, y'all piranhas. Stay up out the way, but beat them if you run up. Mike Jack in his prime with Madonna. I'm just trying to bring her to my mama.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make my
So
mama proud.
tight.
Mama proud.
Yo,
I
this
ain't
is
trying to
an
let my
amazing
mama
video.
down. Yeah, I'm just trying to make my mama
This is
proud.
a fucking sick-ass idea.
I ain't trying to let my
It's
mama
Such a
down.
great idea.
Mama ain't raised no hoe. Mama ain't raised no hoe. Yeah, mama ain't raised no
What?
What?
Gotta respect fucking nuts.
Mama ain't raised no
Oh yeah. I thought you said they're a group. And I was like, what?
Nah, I wish.
They lip syncing it pretty good though.
I know, like what a unity of.
Yeah.
you
Yo,
know what I'm saying?
YG's mom was living it the most.
Yeah, dude, she killed it. She killed
Rag
it.
around,
Hey,
rag around.
no fuck.
Who's lip syncing music video? Yeah. I thought all the audio was live.
It's all off the top,
Even in
man.
their own video.
Director says
for
cut.
real.
She keeps it right on. You don't take the rag off after she go home with it. That's
No,
everyday
that
life.
video's amazing.
So
That's
No, I
great.
think his mom's a gangbanger though. I don't
Oh,
think
yeah,
she was
she
trying to
did.
rob it. I don't
She
think she was
definitely-
trying to
I'm
be
not
a
questioning
white
that
chick.
at all.
I wouldn't question her
His
His
headbands
mom's a
ever in
blood,
my
bro, I
life.
can
Not at all.
guarantee you.
She looked
She was
G as
turned
fuck.
up. It were almost you see that okay, man. It's like, no, it reminded me of this, and I'm sure it's been done before, but like that one video that came out is Macklemore and Lil Yachty, but it was the kids doing their parts. It was like little young kids that were like
Yeah.
dressed like them,
Yeah.
rapping all the
Yeah.
parts the whole video
Yeah.
or whatever. That's like I kind of was reminded of.
Yeah.
Whatever, but that's amazing with the fitting with the song
Yep.
and everything.
Yeah, I saw. Man, this video is so fun, and like plus everybody killed it in this song.
Yeah.
Fucking super tight.
It's a banger for
Offset's
sure.
part was the best, I think.
Offset was
Yeah.
gassing. I
Yeah.
really like Chains. They all killed it though.
Yeah.
YG's nice. I really like Chains.
I know YG's mom.
Yeah.
Yo, YG's
sold it.
mom.
Mom
She's
might have-
Queen of the
mom
Ring.
might
Let's
have
go.
Yeah.
She don't fuck around.
Yeah.
Hey, you think they all turned to each other like, yo, my mama bodied your mom? Probably. They'd be like, no, my mama was better.
Yeah, my mom was the best.
They probably just agreed, like, all right, YG's mom got it. You don't want the other mom's like, we don't want no full.
She's the nicest.
Yeah. That's great.
But
Hell
yes,
yeah.
sir. Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna go over to watch. Go to patreon.com/ILLMAC TV. Sign up to the Patreon to get new content before it hits YouTube. Plenty of new shit on the way from this man right here. Raising the Bar 9 coming soon.
Special
Damn,
guest.
son.
And then a special series which we can't say anything about, but you guys will be very impressed by.
Yeah.
Coming very soon.
Very true.
Very, very soon.
Subscribe, click the bell.
Oh, the new, yeah.
Notifications. All right, guys.